Do you think the Marcos administration should now be in the offensive? And nakatulong ba yung ginawa po niyang pag-iimbestiga or pag-i-expose dito sa flood control into his image? Or medyo nag-backfire din po yun dahil as it turned out, yung mga iba po niyang kaalyado ay sangkot din po pala dito sa kontrobersya?
I believe it was a wrong strategy. It backfired for sure.
Nag-backfire daw ang flood control investigation laban sa Marcos administration ayon mismo kay former Senator Antonio Trillanes dahil daw ito sa hindi inaasahan na may mga personality na kaalyado ng president na nadawit sa investigation. Pero para naman sa amin, ang pagbaba ng trust rating ng Pangulo dahil sa flood control issue ay proof lang na maraming Pilipino ang gullible o bobo at malakas talaga ang fake news propaganda ng pro-China na DS.
Pero doon mo makikita na he had good intentions when he exposed it. Talagang gusto lang niyang ayusin yung sistema para mahinto na yung nakawan na yan. Pero iba nga ang naging tanggap sa publiko, unfortunately for him. Kaya siguro kailangan na rin niya talagang magbago ng estratehiya. Ituloy pa rin yung reforma na yan, pero ipaubaya na yung mga investigasyon sa ombudsman.
Pero hindi dapat isawalang bahala ang good intentions ni PBBM na lutasin ang issue ng corruption sa DPWH. Dagdag pa ni Trillanes, tila nasalba raw ng flood control probe ang ilang Duterte allies na may mas malaking corruption na dapat imbestigahan.
Tapos, kailangan bigyan na ng liwanag at bigyan na ng focus yung mga kasalanan nung mga Duterte na di hamak na mas mabibigat. Kasi kung nakawan lang bilyon-bilyon ito, sila Bongo, si Sara, si Digong, bilyon-bilyon ang ninakaw, di ba? Tapos si Pulong, involved pa sa illegal drugs, Manscarpio, lahat ito mga ito. Pero natabunan dahil dito sa mga investigasyon na to. Importante yan, pero nagawa na natin yan the past 6 months. Ibalik na natin doon sa focus, doon sa mga nabibigyan na ng linaw nung panahon ng Quadcom, kaso natabunan muli.
At para sa ating opinyon, dapat gayahin ng PBBM admin ang style ni US President Trump na sabay-sabay ang investigasyon sa mga korupsyon ng mga Democrats sa Amerika. Pagkatapos mabulgar ang daang bilyong dolyar na korupsyon ng USAID na hawak ng mga Democrats.
Well, 4 people are pleading guilty, all part of a $500 million bribery scandal involving USAID.
$1 billion in our money. A USAID official and 3 corporate executives.
Sinundan naman ng investigation sa mga corruption ng mga Democrats sa federal welfare system, lalo na sa Minnesota at pati na rin sa deep blue states kagaya ng California at New York.
Like when you see how we were covering this article that said 55,000 Democrat NGOs were discovered that had been contributing to campaigns and moving things around and pushing propaganda, and they were all connected and they found it through AI. That you have to go through steps and steps and steps to figure out where the money's coming from. Oh, it's all funneling down to this group and this group does that.
This time, halos sabay na sumabog ang issue ng pandaraya ng mga Democrats noong 2020 elections.
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Lalo na sa state of Georgia at ang Epstein Files scandal. Ang pinagkaiba lang ng mga DDS at Democrats ay well-funded at well-coordinated ang mga Democrats sa Amerika. Nakaalyado ang tinatawag na megaphones of culture like Hollywood, liberal media, universities, Silicon Valley at pati na rin ang ilang churches at Wall Street. That's how powerful American Democrats are. Kaalyado din nila ang global liberal media o mga newswires at ang European Union. At para i-divert ang attention ng American public sa kanilang trillion-dollar corruption, the Democrats are now funding riots, particularly in Minnesota, at ginagamit ang Epstein Files laban kay Trump. Thing is, kung may kaso laban kay Trump sa Epstein Files scandal, matagal na sanang nakasuhan si Trump sa panahon ni Biden. But what Biden did is they opened call and tip lines and encouraged the public to report yung mga crimes daw ni Jeffrey Epstein, at may allegations na liberals bombarded the tip lines with false accusations against Trump, at eto na ngayon ang pinapakalat na propaganda laban kay President Trump sa social media.
No, the Trump allegations are not true, and I'm going to explain why in this video. So let's slow this down and just talk about the facts. Yes, Trump's name is mentioned on the Epstein files, but here's what the media is leaving out. The documents released by the DOJ are just raw FBI tips. They're not verdicts, they're not sworn testimonies, they're not verifiable evidence. Anybody can submit anything to the FBI. Doesn't make it true. The DOJ itself has said these are unverified and unsubstantiated evidence, and no criminal investigation was opened based off these claims.
So it's all psychological warfare. Medyo nakakalungkot lang na sa Pinas, maraming Pinoy pa rin ang gullible at bobo pagdating sa propaganda. Sa Amerika naman, talo na ang mga Democrats pagdating sa trust ratings at surveys, at hindi na naniniwala ang American public sa Hollywood, liberal media at mga propaganda ng DNC. That's why you will see and hear more news about riots o kaguluhan sa Amerika in the next few months.